Hi. Ignore the fact that I look like a rat. Somebody commented on one of my videos from like 8 months ago whenever I was on antidepressants and I like had my shit together and I looked so good. Like I had like long red hair, white skin, black eyes, red eyes. Like I looked so good. And now here I am in recovery getting off antidepressants. And yes, it is all like you're never going to be prepared for the journey ahead, so you might as well just start walking kind of thing, but I still felt like shit because I was like, I used to look so good before I got off of antidepressants, and like, girl, it's okay. Like, me to me. Yeah, me to me. You're okay. You're valid. This little fucking thing you got going on, it's your grow season. Just grow into something else. It's okay. It's okay to mourn the loss of a beautiful lady you used to be, and now you kind of look like a little goblin, and that's okay. Um, And that's okay. That's fine. That's totally cool. This is a really nice sweater I have, but obviously it's 90 degrees here in Texas, and so fuck it. We rebel. We rebel. We do what we want. We stand up. Get up, stand up, fight for your right to party, whatever. you know. Um, I love this little sweater a lot. So, anyways, hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back, and yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna get hung up too much on like how I used to look good while my hair is being ratty right now, because this is all a process. And here's the thing: I cannot force myself to do anything. I can't. I am impervious to dark magics like that. I cannot force myself to do anything. And but I will say this. I grabbed my husband's arm the other day, like lovingly, not just like I grabbed him like, get over here, man. No, I was like, I grabbed his arm and I was like, I wish. Trigger warning. Trigger warning on this channel. I say a lot of things that are weird and crazy, and they come out all fucked off and triggering, perhaps. A lot of bad words, a lot of dark humor, a lot of like, humor about, no, no, but a lot of dark humor. Some of it's dark humor. So trigger warning for people. If you know anything about the Texas Renaissance Fair, we've had quite the okay, maybe you don't know. Texas Renaissance Fair has been happening. My dog's itching his ass over there on camera as usual. Texas Renaissance Fair. It's been going on for like what, 50 years, some crazy shit like that. I should have got a shirt. I'm not gonna. Anyways, the owner ended up himself, right? Because he said he was gonna do it. There's like this whole like fucking crazy documentary about him on HBO or Max or HBO Max or whatever the fuck it wants to call itself. Okay, whatever the fuck your name is, I don't know what it is, and I don't want. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. HBO, HB fucking O, home box office. Is that what it was? Ho box office. Okay, ho butt office. Okay, HBO. It's called like The King or the Ren Fair King or some shit like that. Go look it up. It's about the inner workings of the Texas Renaissance Fair in Todd Mission, Texas, right? Well, he was trying to sell it and he kept backing out. He didn't want to sell it and he wanted to find his perfect mate and he wanted to find his soulmate. And like he had like a whole guard. It was like a horrible, horrible, triggering cult like documentary following around the owner and creator of the Texas Renaissance Fair, his life, his story, what he wants, whatever. And he said he wanted to commit sewer slide. Okay, he said he wanted to. He wanted to go get assisted help in like Switzerland or whatever. Like there's some like there's some country over the way across the pond that's like, wait, all right, look, you don't want to be here. We don't want you here. It's like, very and so he was like, yeah, I'll go do that, whatever. But then the court forced him to sell. Like some crazy shit happened. Drama time. Pull up a cup of tea. Hold up. Pull up a cup. Pull up a cup of something. We're talking drama. I've been getting shit sleep, and I look like it. Okay, so drama time. His old manager tried to sell because he told her to. He told her to sell the fucking Renaissance Fair for a certain $1 million, like millions and millions of dollars, because it's worth millions and millions of dollars. Okay, a lot of money flows through there. Okay, laundering probably. Anytime you get too much money, here, there, not gonna document that. Whatever. What the fuck ever. It's just how it is. The world's corrupt. Grow up. Put on your big boy pants. Okay. Um, Speaking of corruption, we're not going to talk about what happened in New York. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. Lord, any Lord, Lord of the Wood, Lord of the Hunt, whatever. I need a masked hero. I need a Robin Hood to appear. I need a Robin Hood to appear. Come on, say it with me. Pray with me if you will. Lord, we need a Robin Hood to appear to handle some business. Thank you. We need a Lord of the Hunt to hunt down these freakazoids. And I don't know, he can eat them if he wants. I don't care. We need a new beast. We need a new beast to stalk the streets of New York and look for a very specific person who's gonna end up walking free. That's crazy. Corrupt. Bought the jury. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, let's back up. So the Texas Renaissance Fair, his old manager, who he appointed, she sold it behind his back. But he never wanted to sell it. He just likes the idea of fucking around with numbers and toying, and he's old and like he was never going to sell it. And then the courts forced him to sell it after he fired her, kicked her like far away. He was like, "No, I'm not going to sell it. Whatever, fuck you." And then this is all allegedly because I'm not in the inner circle of what's going on. I'm in the outer circle of just a Texan. So, anyways, ignore that cackle. So his buyers were like, "No, bitch, it's illegal to back out of a sale," which it is. Once the sale's in process, you can't back out without paying a fine or whatever. So he's like, "Fuck it, we'll take it to court." So they do. And the court's like, "Nah, bitch, you gotta sell it." And he was like, "Well, I can't sell it if I'm dead," or whatever. However, he didn't. I don't know how he did it, but apparently it was sewer slide. Okay. I mean, look, what the fuck? It's like, what the fuck? And then here's all these motherfuckers like cosplaying. Hear you, my lady. And like the owner is just like, which like good for him. Which like amen. Okay, good for him. But um okay, cool, great. I don't care, none of my business. But why was I telling you this? I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. I grabbed my husband the other day. That's right. I grabbed my husband the other day. I said, I grabbed him, how Trixie grabs Katya. I grabbed him and I said, I wish he wouldn't have did that right after I went for the first time because now I feel like I did it. I feel some kind of like it's my fault. And it's not at all. It's obviously like I just told you the backstory. There's many parts to this thing, many pawns and whatever games being played, right? At a level I don't understand, comprehend, or give a fuck about. But my like, I don't know. There's like a part of my brain that's like, oh my god, it's all my fault because like if somebody got shot at a street corner that I've ever been to on accident and like passed up intersection, right? I'll be like, oh my god, it's because I was there. And that's not true. There's just like layers and layers of shame and guilt brought on by the inner critic and my own like little pathology that's like, oh, this is somehow your fault. That's not true. That's not true. And that's just the inner Jabberwocky I have to defeat, right? And so, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Anyways, we're not gonna talk about it. But we're not gonna talk about my pathology here. We're talking about the Texas Renaissance Fair owner. No, but yeah, they're playing games at a level I don't understand, and I don't give a fuck to understand because I've played jester in the court of people who did the same thing, different different bodies, same game. I don't like being that close to people with that kind of power. I don't because they lash out. They take heads. They are fucking scary. I don't like the rich. I don't. I think the rich love having pets. I think they do. Think they love grooming people and stroking hair and dumping lavish gifts on you and being like, "Here, I thought of you. Here's just take whatever you need. I don't care. I own the place." They love doting on potential pawns. They love, oh God, a rich bitch loves grooming. And I've been groomed, okay? I've been groomed by the best of the best. You do not want to be anywhere near a rich bitch in America. I don't know about Europe. I don't know about Ireland. I don't know how you guys are over there. Here, these games are not. Oh God, the games Americans play when they have money. It's deadly. It's fucking deadly. It's dangerous, and you have to be quick. You have to be smart. You have to be on your toes. You have to outthink them. And the way they think is a million thoughts at once, all for greed, power, something, some kind of horrific dragon esque quality within them propels them forward to take whatever is theirs whenever the time is right. They'll strike. It's so scary, guys. Like I'm trying to make light of my own trauma, but yeah. So I grabbed my husband the other day, and so yeah. So there I am in the car, and I grabbed his arm, and I said, "God, I wish he hadn't like did that right after I showed up and left." And he was like, "Wait, so like you did it?" And I was like, "No, but it seems like every time I show up somewhere and leave somewhere, some crazy shit happens." But truth be told, it was happening many years. But it like came. I'm like I could smell it. I could smell it on the air. I could smell the end of things. I could smell death. I think everyone can to an extent. I think it's a hormonal thing. I think it's a chemical concoction. You can smell a little DMT getting released in the bloodstream. Just like, are those clockwork elves? Whatever. Like Terrence McKenna was talking about. Like, I think I smell death. Hi, I'm here. I'm here. What is happening? Okay, I'm gonna leave. And then it happens, and I'm like, we were just there. That's crazy. What the fuck? Like, okay, all right. No, but yes, but that's just kind of like my husband looked at me and he was like, well, at least we went last year because it could be over. The Texas Renaissance Fair could very well be over. Like, the new owners could just like mow it down and put up apartment complexes and destroy the realm across the realms. And so, God. And okay, buckle up. And there's another fair in Bastrop, Texas. Okay, I'm just spilling tea. I'm just sharing with you because I'm excited about this. It's called the Sherwood Forest Fair, something along those lines. Sherwood Forest, something. Sherwood Fair, whatever. And notably, over the like past whatever years, the Texas Renaissance Fair allegedly, ashmedgedly, has been a place for predators, to pluck small children, to pluck young girls away from the bonfire and groom them and do whatever. And there's like all these orgies that happen and sex and drugs and all this crazy shit happens around the fire. Just nude people running amok, like fucking each other, just wild, rampant, like very primal things happening in the campgrounds of the Texas Renaissance Fair, allegedly. But a number of people I know have come out and said, yeah, the owner actually hit on me when I was 12, 14. I mean, people in comment sections have come out and been like, the guy was a fucking pervert and he tried to do this to me, that to me, whatever. There's allegations coming out. Are they true? Are they false? Where does reality meet fantasy? Okay, we have a very big conundrum happening here. Okay, allegedly. Okay, and so I'm just sitting here watching this like explode, supernova. Like that star's about to like start cooking. Let her cook. Let that star cook. Let her cook. Let Solar Mother cook. Anyways, okay, whatever. Cool. I don't care. Sorry, my hair is like vile. I don't want to talk about it. So, anyways, I was like, okay, great. But the Sherwood Forest people are like, don't come over here. Don't Texas Renaissance Fair, our Sherwood Forest Fair. We don't do that shit. Y'all want to have freak ass orgies and fuck everybody, do tons of drugs? I don't fucking care. Don't bring that shit over here. We're family friendly. I was like, here I am, slumping, slinking amongst the people. I could smell death on the wind again. It's like, and what do we have here? We have a tale of two realms. A tale of two realms. One collapsing, for their king has been lost. And another, are they going to envelop that crowd or are they going to throw them out to the wolves? Very strange. Now, the Sherwood Forest Fair has like a stronghold. They're just trying to keep their community safe from, like I said, there's been allegations of predators and freak ass freak offs at this bonfire, Diddy style type of shit, right? Which whatever. Which whatever. Okay? Look, Texans are weird. Texans are fucking weird. Whenever you talk to an elder Texas man, there's just something about them. They're just freaky ass people. And listen, I'm not here to kink shame. I'm here to kink ask why. I'm not kink shaming. I'm kink asking why. Because I am not that way. In fact, don't touch me or I'll fucking rip your jaw off and eat your entrails. Just don't do it. Just don't do it, you know? Oh my god, guys, it's been me drama reporting to you drama from different things I'm not even a part of. Hi. And you know what's crazy? I went to the park with my friend and I told her this too. Apparently, I just want to talk about it. No, but it is like quite an interesting development, right? Isn't that weird? Like this place is sacred and holy for so many people. And I've gone there and it is sacred and holy and it is like magic. Like you could smell it. It's real. It's like a real fucking place where they have opened a portal and allowed in whatever other is there. And so it is other. It's an other world, but anchored here. Much like the stones in Ireland, you know? It is. And so we are seeing like a real development of something, an anchor, a portal from the other to here being threatened. And I mean, hundreds of thousands of people will be affected. So, very interesting. A collapse of sorts, death on the wind. And if the new owner doesn't choose to abide by the previous owner's rules, they come in dick slinging, whatever. I mean, it's just horrific, the consequences of actions. You know, this is a huge multi-billion dollar, possibly multi-million dollar for sure, industry, Renaissance fairs. And yeah, I mean, entertainment. Now, I used to be very close with entertainment and dabbling in luxury, things that are not necessity. And part of it is we need that as an escape from the necessity, bills, chores, duties. You know, we need an escape. We are still, yes, we're human, of course, to an extent, whatever. Who maybe you is, maybe you ain't. I don't know. It ain't none of my business. Which is and which ain't. But what I will tell you is that we do seek the other. Here, there, whatever, anywhere. We seek that out. We seek it out violently sometimes. Feverishly. Drugs, sex, alcohol, whatever. That's just part of it. That's a part of the other. It's part of that shift into the other place. And you know, escapism to an extent, the Piscean waters of the 12th house, whatever the fuck you want to call it, however you want to lace it up, however you want to dress it in its horse clothes. I don't care what you call it. We need it. It is a necessity. It really is. So people say, oh, it's not a necessity. It's not food, water, shelter. No, but it is our gods. It's what we worship. It's the things that we need. It's that place we call from. It is the Promethean fire. It is something that is and is not and cannot be contained or confined in physical form. It is here in an instant and gone. It's a flash of lightning. It's a poof from a flame. It's many things. It's nameless, formless, shapeless, whatever. But it still somehow affects the plasma of this realm. And yeah, it's magnificent. It's ecstasy and oblivion, whatever. None of my business what it is. But now the kingdoms are threatened. The kingdoms are threatened by this new hullabaloo. And of course it's scary and everyone's uncertain. Everyone's and now it's a good thing to kick a rock because you get to investigate what's underneath it. And if you study bugs, of course it's great for you, right? Now if you hate bugs, it's bad for you. Let's take it that way. This rock has been kicked. Yeah, it's very interesting. Now, are we going to go to the Renaissance Fair this year? Possibly, possibly. I don't know. My friend lives in Bastrop. I would like to go to the Sherwood one just to see how it's going and things like that. Um, I hear the Colorado one's pretty cool, and the ones in Texas apparently they're really big. Well, they are big. It's not apparently; it is a fact. They're huge. across the nation. Texas Renaissance Fair is a huge thing. Texas is a huge state. Texas is crazy. Oh God, Texas is insanity manifest. Some of the most serpentine like creatures live here. I mean, when you watch serpents come out of a mound for spring and they're all cold and they awaken and then they slither up and they try to get warm and the warmest male wins, and then sometimes the male will excrete scents of female and so that way other males cover him and then he gets the warmest and then he could go out and mate. Texas is strange. It's a very strange place. It's old. It's ugly. It's got some fucking vipers in the pit, buddy. Oh God, you really have to be on your fucking. I mean, Texas and Australia, mates, absolute mates. They're both dangerous. They're both wild and chaotic, and of course, Texas pretends it's not, but it is. It is. Texas is fucking crazy, guys. They're crazy. They're backwards, and people from Texas are crazy. You step foot on their property, they'll blow your brains out and hide the body. Give it to the pigs. Doesn't matter. Give it to the alligators and the bayou. Doesn't matter. You're gone. Um, they're batshit and mad dog crazy about property. And I don't know how it is in other places across the planet, but here, yeah, even somebody which was like, I want to fly a drone over this place to just kind of map it out and see there's like this really old house. It's really beautiful. I want to take a peek. They were like, if you fly that drone over here, I will fucking shoot it down. I will fucking kill you. I will fucking find your family. I will fucking kill them too. I will fucking kill your dog. Like, and it's like, wow, thanks. Like, there's a special place somewhere around here, like a really interesting place. It's been featured on the Travel Channel and stuff like that. But new owners have acquired it, and they don't want anybody to look at it. Okay, yeah, I love purchasing historical houses too and telling everyone to fuck off. That's crazy. Like that's some honey badger crazy shit. Like that. I'm trying to. Texans are like this, guys. They are not friendly. They pretend to be friendly. They're, hi baby, how you doing? Yes, of course, Jesus Christ. And then behind your back, they're like, I will fucking kill that bitch. Give me one chance. One chance. I'll skin her, kill her, wear her skin. I don't give a fuck. Texans are insane. They're insane and they're mad. And then they go to church on Sundays and they get like validation for it. Baby girl, you're scaring me. You're scaring me a little bit. Anyways, yeah. And Texans with money. My husband used to work as a contractor for building houses, right? And he used to build some of the most millions and millions of dollars. Like he used to work on houses that, I mean, their light switches were at least like $500 a piece. A piece. A piece. Wow, that's cute. And the men are mostly like, okay, whatever, whatever. And the women are very, very vicious, very, oh God, violent, vicious, scary. They are very fucking scary. Like it, they make dragons look like kittens. Texas women with money. They are fucking, they make the devil look like a saint. There is something about women from here when they have hundreds of thousands upwards to $1 million in their bank and they have multiple things, whatever, it shapeshifts them into like this cruel bastard of a being. And they smile, the greatest smile with the prettiest veneers, the tannest tan, the blondest blonde, the scariest, the scariest. A mask hiding, I don't know, a fucking, I can't explain it. I mean, like daggers look like kittens, volcanoes look like angels to them. They are some of the most hideous, foulest creatures. Are Texas women with money. Okay, scary. Um, oh my God, this woman, my husband was building this house and it was like a multi-million-dollar house in the middle of nowhere, of course, because they buy up hundreds of acres and for millions of dollars, mind you. And the land here is expensive. It's like a game. It's like a very high rolling game that I just don't have the time or whatever to play. I am fine where I'm at. Leave me alone. You guys are psychotic. I don't wish to evolve into whatever the fuck kind of creature you are. That's insane, and I refuse to play. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, being close and rubbing elbows with these types of people, it's a very heinous. I mean, God, it looks the Special Victims Unit, Law and Order, those episodes, they look like Nothing compared to the mind games and the God, guys, it's horrible, and it's I can't even speak. It's like my mouth is bound by some kind of curse. I can't even tell you. I can't even begin to tell you the type of monstrosities that are at the top, keeping us into place. Oh, it's scary, and it makes you wonder if it's inverted. If we're at the top and they're at the bottom and they're holding us down, it's a very scary thought. It would be kinder for the world to open up and eat us all than it would be to fall into the hands of some of these people, to be their players, or that's my contractor. I have a guy, he works for me. I might lend him out to you. Baby, I didn't know that we were like that. What do you mean? Like, oh God, they're crazy, insidious bastards. Oh, it's the scariest. Any horror movie you've seen is nothing compared to actually being in the presence of people like this. The presence of master liars, manipulators, groomers. I mean, it's like entering into a cave you think is a cave. It happens to be a mouth. Like the worm on SpongeBob. Oh, and that's his tongue, and this is the worm. Oh, like it's oh God, guys, you have no ideas the things I've seen. But I will tell you this: revel in simplicity, boys, girls. Things out there that are not. Hi, I'm also talking to they thems. Listen, talking to all my people. Revel in simplicity. Be so proud to be simple and humble and not that smart and ignorant of the things that lurk in the shadows and the things that lurk in the sunlight. The things that hide themselves in sunlight. Because they look like people, but I don't think they are. Because how could a person do such a thing? Oh, so scary. So frightening. Anyways, let's get away from that. Yeah, so people with money here in Texas are scary. They're frightening. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done. They're just so fucking scary. And being in the, I don't know, being close to them, you have to be able to take lashings, screamings, violent mood swings. You have to be able to contain a solar flare into a bottle. I don't know how to explain it. Contain something or contain yourself and not react. It's so scary because everything in you wants you to react. Everything in you while this person is lashing out and threatening and screaming and telling you horrible things and confiding in you and pulling you closer and closer to being something that is like an extension of their power because they're telling you things. And so then they're like, okay, when they tell you things, you can't control what comes out of their mouth. And that's how close they pull you in, is what they trust themselves to tell you. Is it out of stupidity? Do they want their own horrible lives to end? I don't know. But they do hurt others. Like it's fun. Like it's like something exciting or playful to hurt others and to use and abuse and lie and get away with it. Oh God, it's horrible, guys. It's horrible. Anyways, money makes people into monsters. It's crazy. But allegedly, in recent years living down south, further down south, away from the heart, we've met some people that have had money, but they invest it in different things. And so it's not like they have like $1 million in the bank, but they do have investments here. You know, they have land, and it's like money that is movable. I think there's a rune. I think it's Rido. Is that the movable wealth? Like they call it cattle. Anyways, there's a rune that reminds me of this, and it's where your assets are hidden. The money is hidden, and so it's harder to take from you. Like, oh well, I got $100,000. I bought a couple acres with it, and then that money, because land actually doubles and goes up. You know, it's a different kind of hoarding. Hoarding land is more. It's better than hoarding silver or gold because yes, silver and gold fluctuates, but land they're not making any more of so far yet. And so just trying to figure out, well, how does everybody do things? How do people do things? Well, how do you figure that out? You must talk to these people who are doing the things And so I've clicked elbows with people who are just scary. People, I actually don't want information from you because that is going to cost me too much. Thank you. Thanks. I don't actually give a fuck what you say. I'll go read a dumbass book. It's okay. And then, here, um, camaraderie is different. It's different flavor here. The camaraderie, it is very different. It is well, it doesn't cost as much, I think, but I don't know because I'm not now. It's through my husband. My husband is rubbing elbows with people and talking to people and trying to, now he is out there, boots on the ground, figuring out things, and so it's different because when I was out there, boots on the ground, figuring out things, I accidentally wound up in the presence of a very scary thing. A very scary thing with human skin. And so, but like it's crazy to see like whenever I did watch the Texas Renaissance Fair HBO documentary, I was like, "Oh, this is very similar to the trauma I went through." And the way they act and the way they demand and the way they bark and the way that they have money and they need you to invest your soul into their dream because it makes it more real. And if you are particularly bowing down to somebody and giving them your energy, your life, and working for them for this purpose, which is, whatever, the goal, the purpose, especially if it's spiritual in nature, which it was. Frightening. Scary. But nothing will ever be as scary as being in a place where you need a job and somebody smiles and hands you a job. And in return, they say, "Well, we'll figure something out." Because that is the worst thing someone can tell you. We'll figure out. We'll figure out how you'll be back. Just work for me and I'll give you lodging and I'll give you access to food and water and shelter and necessities. If you give me your life, your time. And it's so good because you believe the dream. You believe the Kool-Aid, the pipe dream. You drink the Kool-Aid, you believe the pipe dream. So it is worth living and dying for. But is it? Is it? Who is the mask behind the mirror? What is it? What is its nature? Very, very scary things. It's better to ask yourself before you get enveloped in such things. Ask yourself if you're willing to dance that kind of dance before they take your feet. What was it saying? I don't know. Okay, look, here's the just the just the just here's the just here's the doodad dance. Okay, before you ever give your life or soul or dedicate time to a industry of sorts, don't forget you're important. What are your dreams? What do you want to see in this world? If you want to see yourself serving somebody, then you do you. Now, we can't really control the nature of others, and that's fine. But you can suss out, the nature of people and figure out what kind of person you want to serve if you are into a thing of serving, which we all have to some extent. Aren't we all the slaves of corporations in order to get the necessities we need? And so one can argue, and it's okay to argue, like, well, what's the difference between Texas Renaissance Fair and Walmart? They're both run by crazies. So, respectfully, crazies. And there's lots of contemplation to be happening. And unfortunately, it's very hard to contemplate once you're in it because they get you wrapped up so tight. They bind you so tightly into duties and things and la la, that whenever you're finally free of those tight gripped, merciless chains and leather bindings, when you're free of those, when you're finally free of whatever thing has caught you, it hurts because it was so tight. Whenever your skin releases back, it pulsates and stings, and you're, who am I when I'm not bound like that? What am I when I'm not bound like that? And that takes time. It's easier to just slip back into another role of being like, well, I'd just rather go serve somebody else again and let somebody else bind me up with the things unseen. And I mean, no, don't do that. Take time to be like, what is worth, what is value, what are my morals, what makes me feel dignified, what are the virtues I believe in, and what do I believe in? Not just like what does someone else believe in and tell me to believe, but like what does the little tiny spark of electricity running through my body, keeping this meat flesh suit on the roll, on the go, what does that believe in? What do I find attractive on my own without an entity telling me what to do? What entities do I find attractive? What gods am I attracted to? What stories am I attracted to? What do I dream about? What do I fantasize about? What features on a person makes me go, oh, and what features on a person makes me go, ah. You have to understand your pros and cons. Like, particularly like, like when I was younger, mostly women did this. I don't know if men do. I'm not a guy, barely a human, not a guy, to an extent. But listen, we write lists whenever we see our relationships ending or when we don't like a guy does something very stupid. Let's just say, when I was younger, a boy I was dating would do something so vile and stupid, and I would give him one chance. I'd have a court meeting with myself, and I would write a list of pros and cons. The pros and cons list, girl, it's over. If you gotta write a pro and con list for a relationship, bitch, it's over. And if you catch yourself doing this, which tons of my friends have done this, about a job, it's not just about a guy, guys. It's about a job, about a car, about a contract. Pros and cons. Why the fuck am I going to this place? Pros and cons of why you're going to a certain gym. Babe, the relationship is done, terminated, it is dying, the fruit has fallen, it is rotten. You don't like it. If you have to write a pro and con list, they're cooked. They're cooked. You're fucking done. You're already out the door. You're just making a checklist at that point on why you are leaving. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, all this to say, yeah, you should be checking your pros and cons. You should be sussing out who you are in every interaction, how you relate to the thing in front of you, not how you dissolve into it or how you enmesh yourself and entangle yourself and entwine yourself into it, but like, what is it and what are you and what's the differences? What are the pros and cons between your relationships, your apps on your phone, your boards on Pinterest, the type of dish soap you use? What are the pros and cons of, the way your bathroom is set up? Whether or not you believe in something. What are the pros and cons? Well, if I believe in this thing, what's the pros of believing in it? And if I don't believe in it, what's the cons? And are there cons and are there pros? You know what I mean? I think it's good to just kind of catalog away certain things because then they reveal more of us. And the puzzle becomes a little more clearer. The veil becomes lifted, the mask becomes lifted, and you figure out who's on the other side. If it's you, if it's somebody else, if it's a different influence, if it's something your grandfather said when you were 2 years old and it was lodged into your subconscious mind, and now it's just masquerading and shapeshifting into something else and rising and falling like the tides to reveal something to you. You know what I mean? Um, and if it's a con, too many cons, gross, leave it. Leave it, whatever. Whatever. If there's too many pros, leave it. And you don't want to have it. I don't know. Whatever. You'll decide. Eventually on your path, you'll decide. You'll figure some shit out, guys. You usually do, right? I mean, if you're still alive right here, guys, think about that. If you're still alive right now and you've met this mark, I'm so sorry. Number one, stop listening to me. Shut this video off and go live your life. I suck. Anyways, number two, I'm so sorry. But number two, thank you. Number three, wait, what was I saying? Wait a minute. I say something. I can't remember what it was, but there's a third one, and it's a secret apparently. Let's see. Pros, cons. Don't listen to me, but thank you if you are. I don't know. Oh yeah, listen. If you you made it this far in life, you figured it out to an extent up until this point, and whether it's been by hook or by crook, or by lying or stealing or cheating or doing this or that. If you don't want to lie, steal, and cheat anymore, just stop. You don't have to I have to keep going. I got a win streak. Or how many fuckers believe my lies? You don't have to live like that. You know what I mean? I can't ruin my win streak. So many people believe these lies. It's just so good. You don't have to do that anymore. Any moment you want, you can just change. And here's the permission to do it right here. Go ahead, do it. Just change, whatever. Go ahead and watch scroll through my videos. You'll see how much permission I give myself to change. I change faster than a fox changes. I change quicker than the wind on a curious day in autumn. I change faster than the weather in Texas. And I allow myself that treat, a little treat. It's a little treat for me to go from black to blonde to red to blah, 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 blah. Whatever. I allow myself a certain freedom to wreck this body against the world, perhaps. I don't know. Whatever it is, I allow it. I'll allow it. You know, there was a moment I didn't allow it for a long time, and I held fast to who I was, and I was very, very sweet on that aspect of me from like 6 to 8 months ago. Very sweet on her. She was very wise and whatever. Perhaps it was an astrological alignment coming through. Perhaps I had a certain diet. Perhaps I don't know. I have to go investigate that for myself to figure out why I was so happy and content with who I was, and what caused the shift into constantly ebbing and flowing and flexing with whatever's going on with me now. But that's my own mystery to unveil and unfold and whatever. It's none of y'all's business. But if you're here for the ride, hi, I'll be Ubering today. I'll be your Uber driver. But yeah, follow your bliss. Remain curious. Watch the skies. What else do they tell me? There's so many things people have told me. Follow your bliss, listen to your heart, trust your intuition, watch the skies, and remain curious, I guess. And I guess, fuck it. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.